October 2024 is a month that's going to be filled with transformative new beginnings and endings, along with some deep revelations and some even deeper emotions. That's right, we've got another eclipse right at the beginning of the month. Pluto is going direct. We have a crazy Aries full moon. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but we'll get through it all. And I'll let you know how it's going to affect your astrological sign personally. But first and foremost, if you don't know me, my name is Bella. I use tropical Western astrology and the whole sign house system to interpret the stars and the movement of the planets to help you on your spiritual journey. And if you like what I have to say, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my page, and hit that bell notification to stay updated every time I post. And if you love astrology, I also have an astrology app called Astro Bella that's available in the App Store and on Google Play. And you can get your birth chart on there with your planetary descriptions, along with your current astrological transits, so you can understand why you feel the way you feel. You can understand the current energy that's operating in your life. And we also provide useful tips on how to get through this energy and how to deal with certain energies that are affecting you personally. You can also access the compatibility with you and another person and see how your planets align so you can better understand your relationship and make improvements on your relationships. So there's that and just so much good stuff on there. So make sure to check that out. And let's dive right in because we got a little bit of a crazy month ahead of us. We are in the midst of eclipse season. Right on October 2nd, we have another eclipse. We just had the Pisces lunar eclipse, and on October 2nd, we are going to be experiencing the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra, okay? And new moons are new beginnings. And because it's an eclipse, this is gonna be a massive new beginning for you. Okay, and this is happening at 10 degrees in the sign of Libra. So check your birth chart to see if you have anything close to 10 degrees in Libra or in any of the cardinal signs. Libra risings, you're gonna definitely feel this the most, but I'll get into how it affects everyone personally because everyone is gonna have a unique experience with this one. But overall, Libra energy is all about relationships, okay? And how we relate to others, partnerships, the other, right? So there's going to be themes surrounding how we relate to others and if we're doing so in a healthy and productive way. This eclipse is with the South Node, and the South Node is an energy that we're moving away from. So there is something that we need to let go of, to release, to purge in order to move towards having healthier relationships with others. So we're letting go of the more toxic qualities of Libra energy, like people-pleasing behavior, codependent behavior, needing outside validation from others, feeling like we need somebody to be happy, to feel whole, to feel complete. So we're going to be coming face to face with that, with these toxic codependent behaviors that we've had in the past and learning to release them and confronting them. And so this is a new beginning and it's an exciting one, and it's building off of the Libra eclipse that we had last October. So you can see themes that you experienced a year ago reemerge, and we're kind of adding to that story now. And this could be a new relationship, the ending of an old relationship, a new job, a new place to live, a new way of thinking. This will be a new beginning, but we're leaving something behind. And this new beginning is about embracing our independence, our confidence, being more self-reliant, and leaving behind needing others, okay? We're finding everything that we need is already within us at this time, okay? So eclipses are always bring massive change into our lives. okay? And there's always going to be things that are outside of our control happening around us. So eclipses are always the best time to just surrender, to let go, to trust that the universe is doing its job to align you with where you need to be, okay? And there's a lot of lessons that come with this one. And it's also conjunct Mercury, the planet of thinking and communicating. So you're going to be figuring things out on a mental level, and you may want to converse with others, conversing with your partner about what's going right in the relationship, what's not working, talking about doing things differently, talking about potentially ending things or doing a change. A change is going to occur, and through communicating and conversing, we can kind of figure it out, okay? And figure it out on a mental level so we can make sense of all of this craziness. So a lot of deep conversations, important, potentially life-changing conversations could be happening at around the time of this eclipse, and a lot of awakenings on how you've behaved in the past that doesn't really serve you, and how you've approached relationships in the past that doesn't benefit you anymore. And learning to be okay on your own, appreciating relationships, but learning that you don't need them to be happy. All right, so after this eclipse happens, things are gonna feel a little bit better, because eclipse periods are always just, they're heavy, and a lot of intense emotions are experienced, and a lot of harsh reality checks and awakenings and shakeups and unexpected events happen. And then once eclipse season is over, things will be more in our control. Things are always out of our control when there's an eclipse season. It's like we can't even, there's nothing we can do but surrender. So after that eclipse is over, eclipse season will be over. So that'll be good. Although this one hasn't been too crazy. I think there's going to be some crazier things that are coming afterwards. But we'll get into that. On October 9th, we have Jupiter going retrograde in Gemini. And as you may know, Jupiter has been in Gemini since May, and Gemini is all about the mind and thinking and learning, and Jupiter is more about faith and trust and expansion. So Jupiter struggles with all the information that it has to deal with when it's in Gemini, and we may have experienced a little bit of an information overload these days. Everybody has an opinion. Everyone has something to say. There's the news, there's social media, there's our family, there's our friends. Everyone has something to say. And there's just so much information to take in. And it's hard to know what's fact and what's fiction, and what's useful and not useful to the betterment of our lives. And there's just some information that's just unnecessary. So this Jupiter retrograde is going to be a positive thing. It's not something to be afraid of. Jupiter doesn't really do much harm, okay? I mean, it can. There's always the potential for overindulgence with Jupiter, but with the retrograde, it's more of a reflective period on how far we've grown in the Gemini part of our chart, what works, what doesn't work, what we can just let go of, and it helps us discern through all the information that we've acquired over the past few months, and filter through the unnecessary stuff and do some internal reflection on how we're expanding. And also, we could be provided with a second chance to revisit missed opportunities, ones that didn't go as planned. Maybe we felt blocked. Remember, Saturn was squaring with Jupiter for a while, and we could have felt frustrated or blocked or something standing in the way. So if you feel like you missed an opportunity to do something that you were excited about, you may get another opportunity. Jupiter will be retrograde until February of next year. It's going retrograde from 21 degrees to 11 degrees. Okay, so if you have anything in those degrees of Gemini, then pay extra attention to this, because it's a good thing. You'll get a second chance, okay, to do something where you felt blocked or something that didn't work out. Maybe you want to try again, because it could work out this time. Jupiter will square Saturn again in December, so we may feel blocked at that time. But there's like a little window where Saturn is far enough away from Jupiter to be able to get things right the second time around. So that's something to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it, because it'll be going back over some of my planets, and I'm ready for that second shot. Bring it, please. I need it. All right, so another important thing that's happening this month is Pluto's going direct in Capricorn. It's at that 29-degree mark, which is an anaretic degree. It's a very potent degree, a very karmic degree. And so Pluto's been in retrograde, so that's been more of a reflective, because when the outer planets, any planet really goes retrograde, it's a time to go within, to reflect, to make changes on the inside. But when a planet is direct, it's about results on the outside, okay, in the world around us. And Pluto is the planet of darkness, of transformation, of exposing things that are hidden. And it started its journey in Capricorn back in 2008, if you remember. And it's exposed a lot of darkness. Capricorn being the sign of the rich, the powerful, the people who are running things. It's exposed a lot of darkness among them. And this is going to be the final time that it's in Capricorn in our lifetimes. And now that it's going direct, it's making some moves. Okay, so expect to see a lot things happening at an even more rapid pace, because it has till about November 19th to fully finish its job in Capricorn. So you can expect some shockers. Okay, some people that were in power for a long time to be exposed. Like, look at P. Diddy, look what's going on. I think it's going to unfold even more. I think there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be involved in this, and things along those lines of people in power abusing that power, being exposed, secrets coming to the surface, dark secrets, okay? So there's going to be some transformative shifts within society. People are going to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I used to look up to this person and trust this person, and they're disgusting. Look what they're doing. Things are being exposed. Powerful people their downfall is coming from now even until November 19th, because then Pluto's done with Capricorn and it's moving on to its new journey in Aquarius. But it's gotta finish this journey with a bang, okay? So you can expect some mind-blowing information to come out this October and November, right around election season. It's gonna be crazy. So that's happening. And then Mercury is also going into Scorpio on the 13th. And Scorpio is the deepest sign. Scorpio is all about secrets. I mean, Scorpio is co-ruled by Pluto. So with Mercury being our mind being in Scorpio, we're going to be thinking very deep. Okay. We're going to be having some deep conversations, more geared towards uncovering hidden things, secrets, getting to the bottom of things, wanting to know the truth, indulging in some conspiracy theories that end up being true. I bet some. There's going to be some conspiracy theories that seemed like crazy and out there, and then you're going to realize, like, oh my God, this has been going on all along. There's going to be some shocking revelations for sure in October. So prepare for that. You may be wanting to talk about like more occult topics, taboo topics. It's going to be fun. I love talking about that kind of stuff. That's why I'm here. So Mercury and Scorpio will definitely help you get to the bottom of things. We have a pretty crazy full moon on the 17th, which is a full moon in Aries, squaring with Mars in Cancer. Okay. This full moon is not to be taken lightly. It's going to be a lot more extreme than the previous full moon that was in Pisces, and that was an eclipse. But this full moon is going to be explosive because Mars is in Cancer, where it's not particularly happy, where it's super emotional and prone to exploding anyway, but it's squaring off with this full moon. And this is the full moon, the first full moon since the solar eclipse in Aries back in April. So we're seeing results of whatever you started around April. We're seeing the results of that now. And whatever you started around April could have been something completely out of your control because it was an eclipse. So it could have been some craziness. And now you're seeing it come out, and you're seeing the results of that, the culmination of that. But it could be something that does anger you, okay? There's going to be a lot of emotions of this full moon. Like, people are going to be feeling unhinged, angry, frustrated with this square to Mars. Squares are hard aspects. So this could be frustration, anger, violence, not looking pretty. And it's happening at 24 degrees of Aries. So there could be a lot of tension at this time, depending on where you have Aries in your chart, depending on what you've personally been working on, which we'll talk about. But at the same time, this could ignite a new passion within you where you're just so excited and passionate to do something. But it comes from a place of friction, of tension. So make sure to breathe, take a lot of deep breaths, do some yoga, get a massage, take care of yourself, because this could be a very frustrating time in your personal life and in the world, okay? You can expect to see things are really bubbling up in October. You can expect to see some very intense things happen, some intense culminations, some explosive culminations. And Aries is the warrior sign, okay? It's ruled by Mars, actually, and it's all about, going after the thing and starting something new. And it's very like exciting, enthusiastic energy, very pioneering energy. But with the Mars is channeling this energy into taking more action that's fueled by anger and frustration, okay? So the results that you see could actually upset you. So try to think before you react. And, I can't guarantee that other people will be doing the same. Other people around you are going to be popping off and blowing up. So pay attention to that full moon. It's going to be a passionate time, okay? A passionate and heated time. And on that same day, October 17th, Venus will go into Sagittarius, which is better energy because Venus is leaving Scorpio and going into Sagittarius. So as far as relationships, this could be a fun time for relationships. You've done a lot of healing in regards to relationships, or you will have done at the beginning of October. And towards the end of October, the relationships, anything regarding relationships will feel lighter, okay? And you may want to be with someone that you really can learn from, that inspires you. Sagittarius is the most adventurous and spontaneous sign. So the focus can shift to having adventures with your partner, to being spontaneous with your partner, to entering relationships that feel more free and more expansive, and less something that doesn't really tie you down. And just doing fun things with your partner and going on adventures. This is a great time to travel. This is a great time to go on a weekend getaway and have philosophical conversations with your partner. Things will feel lighter. They'll feel more free, more expressive. That's a really nice transit to have, which will be nice because there's going to be a lot of Plutonic energy going on at this month as well, and Scorpionic energy. So having a little bit of Sagittarian vibes is quite nice. And on the 22nd, as you know, Scorpio season starts. So it's like Mercury's already in Scorpio, and then Scorpio season, the sun will enter Scorpio. And not only that, but as the sun enters Scorpio, it's going to be squaring off with Pluto. So, things are going to really start with a bang this Scorpio season. Our emotions are going to be so intense. Our intuition's going to be on fire. This could be a time when even darker secrets come to the surface. And I forgot to mention that when Mercury goes into Scorpio, it'll also be squaring off with Pluto. Okay, so this is going to be a month where a lot of darkness comes to the surface, okay? We're going to be feeling a lot of intense emotions. A lot of secrets are coming out. But also, this is a very transformative month. But we may have to face darkness within ourselves and learn how to release that darkness and release the pain and the trauma that's buried deep within us. This is a very transformative month, and that's what Scorpio energy is all about. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's about going through crisis, going through darkness, going through pain, and emerging even stronger on the other side. Scorpio is all about transformation, and this Scorpionic and Plutonic energy of October is going to help you transform. But it might not be easy because you might have to face dark parts of yourself, dark parts of other people, darkness in the world. This is all leading up to the election in the United States. This energy is so intense. There's going to be a lot of heightened societal tensions, but people are going to be very intuitive at the same time and uncovering a lot of secrets, possibly about the candidates, possibly about other powerful people that are involved with them. There's going to be a lot of revelations, a lot of truth coming to light, and people are going to be feeling very passionate about uncovering the truth this month, okay? And there could be a lot of shocking things, and people could be acting out of character and very frustrated and emotional, and it's like everything is bubbling up this month. So be prepared for that. But I mean, if you are a Scorpio, if you have a lot of Scorpionic placements or energy in your chart, if you like getting to the bottom of things, if you appreciate transformation and healing and shadow work and conspiracy theories and darkness and exploring taboo topics and alternative forms of healing, and then this is the month for you. I mean, it's perfect, right? It's the beginning of spooky season and Scorpio season. That's what it's all about. But this particular Scorpio season is going to be intensified by the other planetary alignments. So just be prepared for that. I think it's going to be a great month. I personally love this kind of stuff. I love darkness being exposed and seeing those who have been abusing their power crumbling down. I think it's going to be great. I think I definitely am going to be focusing on the transformative qualities of this month. So I'm looking forward to it. I think you guys are going to do great. I am going to get into what it means for each of the zodiac signs personally. Make sure to check your rising sign first, because that correlates directly with the house that these transits are going to be taking place in for you. And then check your sun and moon as well for more of a secondary energy, and check all three and take whatever resonates. All right, let's get right into it. Aries, the October 2nd Libra eclipse is happening in your 7th house of relationships. So there's going to be some big relationship revelations, big changes within your relationship. Something could be ending at this time. Something new could be started. Or you can take things to the next level with someone. Either that, or you're walking away with someone and possibly meeting someone new that is more aligned with your destiny. Okay, so changes, massive conversations will be had with your partner at this time, or potential partner. You're taking things to the next level, you're walking away, or you're meeting someone new, but it's not staying the same. Your relationship is about to change. All right. Then Jupiter will go retrograde in your 3rd house on October 9th. And this could be a time where you're a little bit less busy. This is a good time to rest and retreat and maybe relearn or restudy some skills that you already learned, that you want to get a refresher on, because you may want to put them to use soon. All right, on October 11th, Pluto is going direct in your 10th house of career. So this could be a big career transformation for you, okay? This is a final result, a revelation in your career and the transformation of your career path, okay? And this has been something that's been in the works since 2008, and it involves all the lessons that you've learned since then in regards to your ambitions and aspirations. So a huge transformation in your career. Pay attention to that. Then on the 13th, Mercury will go into Scorpio, which is your 8th house. So the 8th house is all about psychological healing, and Mercury is the mind. So you're going to start thinking very deep, having deep conversations, and there's going to be more of a focus on psychological healing for you, healing deep-seated traumas at this time. Then on October 17th, there's a full moon in your 1st house, which is an Aries full moon, and it's going to be very potent for you, okay? So you're going to have some huge results coming up in regards to the self. Something could come to a head at this time, and you can start to see themes from the solar eclipse in Aries that happened in April. Something can come into fruition that was initiated over back then. And this is a transformation for you. You could be presenting yourself to the world in a new way, but be careful about feeling agitated or angry during this time, because the full moon is squaring off with Mars. So the way that you're presenting yourself to the world could actually cause conflict or anger or upset people. You could be upset by people's reactions to you. And this is a time when tensions will be very high and you could be bumping heads with other people. So try not to be around triggering people during the time of the full moon, okay? This is something big for you, but it's going to be intense, and everybody's going to be feeling intense emotions, heightened emotions, anger, frustration during this full moon, especially you because it's your full moon and you're ruled by Mars, and Mars is squaring this full moon. So take extra precaution during that time and pay attention to the themes that come up, because they may be coming up from the solar eclipse that we had, which was also really big for you, the solar eclipse in April. So pay attention to that. Then on October 17th, Venus will enter Sagittarius, which is your 9th house, which is a very nice energy. Travel is favored at this time. Learning, expanding your mind. You may want to plan a trip. You may want to read a book about philosophy or take a course or learn something new. You're going to be feeling very motivated to do those things. And then Scorpio season begins on the 22nd, and Scorpio rules your 8th house of deep intimacy and psychological healing and shared resources. So there will be a focus on those areas in your life. This could be a very healing period for you, very transformative period, and you're going to be looking very deep within yourself, having deep conversations. Mercury will be there too. Your partner could start making more money. You could even receive a loan at this time, or money can just come to you. So this is a huge month for you, Aries. You got this crazy full moon and then this Libra eclipse in your 7th house. So big changes in your relationships, big changes to yourself. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, a more confident and empowered version, but it could be a lot, right? So be kind to yourself, remember to breathe, and I wish you the best of luck. Taurus rising, the solar eclipse is happening in your 6th house of health and work. So there could be some huge revelations around your health during this time. You could be taking on a new health routine, leaving behind unhealthy habits. This could also be a new role at work for you, and you could be leaving behind an old job or an old set of responsibilities that's just not aligned with you anymore. That's not aligned with the path that you want to go on. So big changes at work. And in regards to your health, you could be developing a healthier routine right now, but you will come face to face with the truth about your health and have to make a change and do things differently. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in your 2nd house of finances. So you're sifting through money-making opportunities and you're deciding on which ones are worth your focus and which ones aren't. Kind of slowing down a little bit and reassessing your money at that time. On October 11th, Pluto will go direct in your 9th house, okay? So you are really setting in stone what your beliefs are, okay? How you see the world. You probably have been challenged a lot over the years. Since 2008, your beliefs have been challenged. And you're really, you've evolved a lot. You've expanded a lot since 2008, and you've learned a lot, right? And your perspective on the world has totally shifted. And this is a time when all the lessons that you've learned are really going to reveal your true power right now and how much you've transformed through all the information and learning and philosophical beliefs that you've explored. So it's a very powerful and potent time. Mercury will enter Scorpio on the 13th, which is your 7th house of partnerships. So you're probably going to be talking about love, talking to a potential partner a lot. You could be having very healing and deep communication with your partner during this time, or potential partner. There's a full moon in Aries on October 17th, and that's going to be occurring in your 12th house of the subconscious, which is a very deep part of your chart. So you could be having a lot of spiritual revelations during this time. This is a very healing period and a time when you could really let go of subconscious programming. But you can also be having very intense prophetic dreams during this full moon, and maybe even trouble sleeping because it's squaring with Mars. Okay, so try to take extra care of yourself during this time. A lot of meditation, a lot of time in nature, a lot of time reflecting, because it could be a lot, okay? It's going to be an intense full moon, and it's going to be affecting your inner world with it being in your 12th house. Then Venus will go into Sagittarius on the 17th, which is your 8th house of psychological healing, deep intimacy. So the potential for some very deep intimate experiences could come up for you during this time. This also could be a time when money comes to you from other people, positive outcome with money or loans, or just money coming your way. This is also a very healing time. It's a great time to explore alternative forms of healing. They could be very successful for you right now. And then Scorpio season begins on the 22nd, and Scorpio rules your 7th house of relationships again. So you already have Mercury there, and the sun will be moving in there as well. So there will be a huge focus for you on relationships and partnerships towards the end of the month and deepening that part of your life. So it's going to be an intense month for everyone, but you're going to learn a lot, and your awareness of this energy will help you get through it. So I wish you the best of luck. Gemini, the solar eclipse in Libra is happening in your 5th house of romance and creativity, and also children. So this could be a new relationship for you. You could start dating someone new, and this could be a very fated connection with somebody that feels like you're meant to be type of energy. And you're also letting go of old toxic habits that you used to have in dating. You're approaching love and dating in a new way, in a more empowered way, in a more confident way. This can also manifest as a new creative project that you're approaching with more confidence and more belief in your abilities. And you can have some very interesting and transformative experiences with your kids as well, if you have children at this time. And you can learn a lot from your kids at this time if you have kids. But this could be, stay open to love. Stay open to a fated connection coming in. And be honest with yourself about toxic habits that you had in dating in the past. Jupiter will go retrograde in your 1st house, okay? So this will be a little bit of a reflective period. You're going inward, right? So you're going to be reanalyzing where you've been putting your energy. Have you been putting your energy into the right projects? And you're going to be reflecting on areas where you could possibly have been spreading yourself too thin. Then on October 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn, which is your 8th house. So this is a final transformation for you, okay? All the crises and the traumas that you've experienced since 2008, you're going to see the results of going through the darkness and how powerful you've really become through everything that's coming to the forefront. And this is like a final purge. If there's any pain or trauma deep within you, this is going to be your chance to release it, okay? So it's an intense month for sure. On October 13th, Mercury enters Scorpio, which is your 6th house of work and health. So you're thinking about your work a lot and your health. You could have a lot of new ideas at work during this time. You're ruled by Mercury, so you're going to be thinking very deep because your ruler is going to be in Scorpio. But it's also just the vibe of like getting things done, okay? Incorporating new ideas into your job, into your work, and even into your health. But you're going to be feeling like motivated. On the 17th, we have a very intense full moon in Aries, which is happening in your 11th house of friendships. Okay, so full moons could be endings or culmination points. So there could be certain friendships that come to an end. Certain group associations might come to an end, and you might walk away from certain people, but it might piss some people off as well because, well, you know, it's the full moon is square Mars, but people might not be happy with your decisions at this time, or you could even have a friend walk away from you that really upsets you. Try not to be too reactive during this time. Try to be more compassionate and understanding, but it might not be easy. Okay, so just be aware of that. Just pay attention to that energy. On October 17th, Venus will enter Sagittarius, which is your 7th house of relationships. So that will be a great time for romance for you, for new relationships, for just romantic experiences with your partner. That'll be really, really nice, especially because you got some faded stuff in regards to love earlier in the month. On October 22nd, the sun will enter Scorpio, which is your 6th house. So more focus on work and health, getting organized, getting things done. So overall, it is an intense month for you, but you will get a lot done, and there will be a huge focus on love and dating and creativity as well. And overall, you know, you could lose some friends this month, but it's the ones that are not meant to be in your life. So you will be just fine. So just be kind to yourself, and I wish you the best of luck. Cancer, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra is happening for you in your 4th house of home and family, okay? So this could be a new beginning for you in regards to where you choose to live. This could be a move, deciding on a new home, a new city, or even starting a new project within your home. Or you could be healing some deep-seated childhood drama/trauma, okay? So this is a complete new beginning of just in regards to family matters, in regards to your past. This could be a huge purge for you in regards to stuff that's buried deep within you. The 4th house is the deepest part of your chart. Okay, it's your early years, it's your childhood, it's who you are at your core, your deepest emotions. So you're going to come face to face with some of those and clear them. But this could also have to do with like your physical place of living too, how it looks, where you're living, big changes, okay, in regards to where you want to live, and big changes on the inside as well. This is an incredibly potent and healing time for you. You can have some very transformative conversations with family members at this time too, very healing conversations with them, and you could be starting a new phase of your relationship with family at this time. Hopefully more positive, more positive of a relationship with family members. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to your family and what they're doing at this time. Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini in your 12th house. So this is going to be a really great time. And that's on the 9th. It's going to be a great time to care for your inner world. Okay. More healing actually, and reflecting on your spirituality and the spiritual lessons you've learned. And you might want to take some time to be alone, to rest, to recharge, and reflect on your spiritual revelations. On October 11th, Pluto will go direct in your 7th house, which will be intense again, because big relationship revelations will come to the surface. And the story regarding your relationships since 2008, it's revealing a final transformation with you, okay? And all the pain that you've experienced in relationships will reveal their ultimate lesson for you and your ultimate transformation in how you relate to others. So big energy there too. And it's at that final degree of your 7th house. So big revelations. And you'll see how powerful you've become really through all the hardships. On October 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 5th house of love and creativity and children. So this could be a great time for a new creative project, great time for dating and spending time with your kids and just having fun. So as the month progresses, let's see, we got a crazy full moon in Aries, which is your 10th house. So that's going to directly impact your career. This could be and that's on the 17th. This could be a culmination in your career, results of the career efforts that you've been putting in, especially since the last solar eclipse. If you had in April, if you had some themes around your career at that time, they can reemerge now. So you could see major results in your job, in your career, but be careful because it could anger some people. Okay, there could be a lot of tension. People get pissed off about your professional life and your professional choices that you're making. People might not be so happy with what you're achieving and what direction you choose to go in. Or people at work could piss you off, but don't let them get to you. Okay, keep your eye on the prize because you've been working hard and you deserve all the rewards. Venus will also enter Sagittarius on that day, which is your 6th house of work and health. So there'll be more of a focus on that for you, but also the opportunity to be more creative at work and the opportunity to make more money at work will come for you as well. And Scorpio season also begins in October on the 22nd. And again, that's your 5th house of creativity and love So you'll have 2 planets in your 5th house by the end of the month, which is nice because that's going to make you feel a little bit more playful, wanting to go out more, wanting to have some passionate, loving experiences, romantic experiences, and just like the need to have fun and to be entertained, and you'll feel very creatively inspired by the end of the month if you get through it. But it's good, good stuff is coming for you. It's a very healing month, and it starts out as very intense and healing, and then it ends off with you being like very happy, creative, and fulfilled. So use all the intensity to fuel your creativity and your passions. And remember that to enjoy yourself too, not to work too hard. So I wish you the best of luck. Leo, so the solar eclipse is happening in your 3rd house of communication and learning, and that's on the 2nd, okay? So this could be a new beginning for you because it's a new moon. You could start studying something new. You could learn a new skill. You could actually start communicating with more confidence and speaking your truth and writing and expressing yourself in ways that are less dependent on what other people think about you, and stop caring so much about what other people think in regards to what you're saying, what you're putting out there. So this is a very transformative energy for you. You're leaving something behind and you're embracing something new. You're leaving behind needing other people's validation, and you're speaking and communicating in a more authentic way during this time. So it could be good for you. I mean, it could be good. Massive changes, though. Massive changes. So be ready for them. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini, which is your 11th house. So you could have the opportunity to go back and revisit some missed social opportunities, maybe revisit potential friendships that kind of dwindled. You can also revisit attempts to reach a wider audience on social media, and also reevaluate friendships that you feel either are they meant to be in your life or not. You could start reevaluating who's in your life and who's not meant to be in your life, and start thinking about that and maybe moving away from certain people as well. Pluto will go direct in Capricorn on the 11th, which is your 6th house of health and work. So this is like a final lesson, a culmination or transformation with your health routines, and you're finally figuring out what works best for you. This is something that's been coming since 2008, but you may have like a final lesson to learn, like a final struggle or hardship that kind of puts you on the path that you need to be on. Like something with your health could come up, so pay attention, take extra good care of your health, but whatever it is, it's going to allow you to figure out what the best thing to do for your health and for your daily routines are. So pay attention and take good care of your physical and mental health. On October 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 4th house of home and family. So you could be spending more time at home and communicating with family members during this time, deep conversations. There is a full moon in Aries in your 9th house on the 17th. So you could be seeing the results of a learning experience or travel experience that ignited your passion. You could also be setting in stone some new travel plans, and be careful because your actions could piss some people off at this time. Your beliefs and the beliefs about the world in conversation, you could actually piss some people off because this full moon is very tense. It's squared Mars. Okay, so just try to stay away from triggering situations, and don't share your beliefs about whatever with the wrong people, because this could trigger some fights. If you have some passionate beliefs, just maybe keep them to yourself. I mean, maybe don't talk politics during this time. Just avoid those type of conversations because they could get really heated. Venus will be entering your 5th house on the 17th, which is very nice energy for love, for dating, for creativity. So embrace that period. That'll be a really nice transit for you. And then on the 22nd, Scorpio season begins, which is also your 4th house of home and family. So just more time at home with your family, feeling good with your family, very cozy vibes at the end of the month. Healing vibes in regards to the time that you spend with your family. And you're going to feel good at home and heal some relationships with family members. So a very transformative month for you indeed. Some nice energy in there as well, but very deep. It's a very deep month. So I wish you the best of luck. Virgo, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra is happening in your second house of wealth and finances. So this could be a new beginning for you around a money-making venture. This could have been something that you started a year ago during the last eclipse in Libra last October, and you could be building upon that. Or this could be an entirely new opportunity to make money in a new way. But there's something that you need to leave behind, and it could be toxic spending habits, limiting ideas about money. This is a time when you really need to start believing in yourself and have more confidence in your ability to make money, and take a chance. Take a chance on whatever is presented to you at this time, because it could really, it could get you in a new tax bracket, okay? If you've been making the right decisions and if you've been facing the more toxic parts of your relationship to money, you have the chance to leave those behind and to start something new, okay? And to start making money in a new way. So pay attention to your money during this eclipse, okay? Because big changes are coming. Big, massive changes that are aligning you with your destiny in regards to your finances. And you could learn a lot about finances at this time. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini, which it's been in your 10th house of career. So you could have had a lot of career opportunities come your way during this time, and also some hard lessons in regards to your career. But you're really going to go through a period of reflection about your career growth, and kind of sift through what opportunities and aspirations that you want to move forward with and which ones that you want to leave behind. And this is a really great time to trust your intuition in the process. On October 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn, which is your 5th house. So big revelations around love and romance. 5th house represents love and dating and creativity. But you're going to start to see how you've transformed since 2008. And another opportunity for transformation could arise from dating and love. So pay attention. Put yourself out there, but it could be intense. You know what I mean? Like if you start dating someone new at this time, it can be incredibly intense, but it can reveal this final transformation for you. Also, huge creative transformation is coming for you. You can see how much you've really grown in regards to how you express yourself creatively. You could have some new opportunities to express yourself in a very empowering and transformative way. And if you have kids, this could be a transformative period with your kids. You can really see how much having children has really changed and transformed you and made you a better person, hopefully. On the 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 3rd house. So definitely focus on learning and writing. It's a great time to take a short trip and just like learn a new skill also. On the 17th, we got a full moon in Aries, which is your 8th house. So this could be a very intense full moon for you. The 8th house is all about psychological healing and intimacy. This could be a huge purge for you, actually. Releasing old traumas, a very healing time. It could be very passionate and intimate as well, if you have a partner, but it could be a very intense and frustrating time because it's squaring off with Mars. So old suppressed anger could come to the surface at this time that you're going to have to deal with. So just be really kind to yourself and go easy on yourself, because this will be a healing time, but it also could be a very frustrating time as well for you. So meditation is highly favored on that day. Everyone's going to be feeling it really intense during this full moon. On the 17th as well, Venus will enter your 4th house in Sagittarius. So you'll start spending more time at home and perhaps beautifying your home in some way. And you could be having some very pleasant experiences with family. So that will be nice to make up for all the other craziness, right? And then on October 22nd, the sun will enter Scorpio, which is your 3rd house again. So even more focus on learning and writing and your studies. And you can be very focused at this time and wanting to expand your mind, become very excited about learning new skills and studying and taking a course or anything along those lines. And your mental energy is going to be very activated. So pretty intense month for you, but very transformative. So I wish you the best of luck. Libra, this is a huge month for you. The new moon solar eclipse is happening in your sign, in your first house, okay? So this is a big transformation for you. You are stepping into a new version of yourself. You are aligning with your calling, with your destiny, and you are confronting whatever has been standing in the way of you being your greatest self, okay? And you're leaving behind the toxic habits and traits, like the need for validation. You're leaving behind needing to make everyone else happy but yourself, okay? You are entering your villain era, and it's time to put yourself first and your growth first. Incredibly transformative period for you. This is a new beginning for you. You are stepping into your most confident self. You're evolving, you're learning, you're changing, you're growing. Huge energy for you, Libra, okay? So be willing to take a hard look at yourself and be honest with yourself and leave behind what's not working anymore. And fated events could come into your life that align you with your destiny at this time. Fated connections can come into your life. You'll be attracting all sorts of things that puts you back on the path that you're supposed to be on, okay? Your best self is emerging this month, and I'm very excited for you. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini, which is your 9th house. So you're going to be reflecting on your beliefs and what beliefs serve you and which ones don't, okay? And you're figuring out what works and what doesn't. On October 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn, which is your 4th house of home and family. So this will be a final transformation for you of how much you've learned and grown and healed over the past 15 years since 2008, okay? And this is very deep and transformative energy, okay? And your inner strength that you've acquired will come to the surface, and you'll realize how strong and powerful you've become through all of the trauma and intense things that have happened to you, okay? And you can have a final event come up that allows you to release whatever is left, okay? Whatever deep-seated pain or trauma that you have, something can bring it to the surface and you can finally release it. This can be like a final healing experience, okay? And that's from the 11th to November 19th. So that's like a whole month of healing for you, but it will be like the final transformation from everything that you've gone through. On October 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 2nd house of wealth and finances. So you're going to be thinking about money a lot this month as well, talking about money and coming up with a lot of new ideas on how to make money. So make sure to write them down. Then October 17th comes around with a full moon in Aries, which is your 7th house of relationships. Okay, so a culmination could happen in that area of your life. Something could come to a head in regards to relationships. Something comes into fruition, but it could also be an ending or something very tense. So be careful around that time because this could be a fight or an explosion. Try to be nice to your partner that day and be nice to everyone because this full moon is squaring off with Mars. Okay, so this could be a big explosion in your relationship. You're changing a lot, so you're gonna find out if this relationship is meant to be in your life or not. But also very passionate encounters in your relationship that day, or somebody new could come in. But it could be a lot. Everyone's gonna be acting crazy that day, so just be careful. Try to be compassionate. Venus will enter Sagittarius on that same day, which is your 3rd house of communication and learning. So there'll be a huge emphasis on learning, educating yourself, creative writing. You could have a lot of friendly interactions with your neighbors during that time, and your siblings as well. Anyone in your immediate environment. Maybe you can even fall in love with a neighbor. It's possible. And then Scorpio season begins on the 22nd. The sun will enter Scorpio, which is your 2nd house again of wealth and finances. So just more emphasis on making money, positive experiences with money, and new money-making opportunities can come your way. So very intense and transformative, huge life-changing month for you, Libra. So I wish you the best of luck. Scorpio, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra is happening in your 12th house of the subconscious, okay? So this is going to be a major healing period for you, major healing of the subconscious, okay? This could be a new connection with spirituality and with your spiritual gifts, but this is also a major release for you of stored trauma and stuff that's been buried deep within you that you can finally release, but you're going to have to come face to face with it all. So prepare to feel a lot lighter for this one, okay? But it's a very internal type of eclipse. You could be getting a lot of insights. Your intuition can be very activated at this time. And this could be a new spiritual beginning for you, a new spiritual practice, a new healing practice. You could feel the need you can get much deeper into your meditation, and you might want to be alone and really go within and figure out what's going on the inside, because this is a new beginning within, okay? But it requires a release and a purge and a letting go of whatever's buried deep within you. So you'll have to face that. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini, which is your 8th house. And your 8th house is all about transformation and healing and psychological healing. So even more just reflection on your healing journey. You could be revisiting old healing modalities. You could be reflecting on intimacy with others, and you could even get a second chance at an intimate experience with someone that you may have missed. On October 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn. Okay, so a lot more intense experiences. You're co-ruled by Pluto, so you'll definitely feel this one. And this is just a huge transformation, okay? And because it's in your 3rd house, it's regarding learning opportunities and your mind and your communication. So you're going to realize how much you've learned since 2008 and how you're communicating differently, how your communication has changed. And you realize the power of your words, and your words become more powerful at this time. So use them wisely, because your insights could really transform other people. And you could transform by your communications and with others. And it's just, you realize how much your mind has expanded in the past, since 2008. Okay, but this is like the final lesson. This is the final transformation, the final reveal of how much your mind has really expanded. So powerful energy for sure. On October 13th, Mercury will enter your sign, your 1st house. So that will have you feeling more friendly, more open to communicate with others. People will be more drawn to you, and people will enjoy being around you, and people will enjoy conversing with you. And your words will be powerful. So you can really change people's lives with how you communicate, and people want to communicate with you when Mercury goes into your sign. Okay. On October 17th, there's a really intense full moon in the sign of Aries, which is your 6th house. So be careful with your health, because the 6th house is your health and your work. Don't do anything too crazy that day. There could be a lot of tension at your job as well. So there could be a potential blow up at your job. I wouldn't take any big risks that day. I wouldn't climb a mountain that day. I would just take it easy, maybe even take a day off and just rest, because it could be intense. And be really kind to yourself that day, and take care of your physical health. Eat the right foods, take a nice stroll in nature, breathe, meditate. Venus will also enter Sagittarius on that same day, the 17th, which is your 2nd house of money and wealth. So you could be coming up with new creative ways to make money. You can attract more money at that time and just have money-making opportunities come your way. Then the sun will enter Scorpio on the 22nd, which is your sign. So you will be feeling really good because it's your season, and it'll be in your 1st house. And this is your time to shine. It's your time to be social, to put your best foot forward, and to interact with the world, to put yourself out there, and to show the world how much you've transformed, okay? So enjoy your season. Might be a little intense, but that's the way you like it. And I wish you the best of luck. Sagittarius, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra will be in your 11th house of friendships. So you could be making new fated connections with others, aligning with like-minded people, joining a group, joining your soul tribe. Or you could be standing behind a new cause. This is a new beginning for you. But you could also be leaving behind old friendships that don't serve you anymore. People could be coming in and out of your life. This is a very fated period. Fated events could happen regarding the people that you are involved with. So a new and exciting friendship can come up, but you might have to question your old friendships that that no longer serve you, or your old group associations that no longer serve you, and be walking away from them. So you have to be willing to walk away. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in your 7th house. Okay, so you are reflecting on strides that you've made in regards to relationships, okay? And you could have the potential to get a second chance with someone where you've missed an opportunity, okay, to be in a relationship. You had Jupiter in your 7th house since May, but it was squaring off with Saturn, and there could have been some roadblocks in regards to relationships. Like, you almost got it, but it didn't quite come into fruition. So this could be your second chance. And you're also ruled by Jupiter, so you're going to be doing a lot of inner reflection and going within and taking the time to figure out what you really want in relationships and out of life. And then on the 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn, which is your 2nd house. So this will be a final transformation of your finances, okay? And you could get new opportunities to make some big money, but it'll be testing what you've learned since 2008. Like, can you handle it? Are you going to make the right decisions? And the results of how much you've learned and how powerful you've become in regards to how you handle money will be revealed. And it could be a big change in your money situation depending on the choices that you've made and the choices that you continue to make. On October 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 12th house. So that's the subconscious. So there's definitely going to be a focus on your intuition and healing and inner work. You might be learning about spiritual topics and conversing about spiritual topics, more connected to what's beyond the physical. On October 13th, on October 17th, there will be a full moon in Aries, which is your 5th house of romance and creativity. This full moon will be quite intense because it's squaring off with Mars, the planet of aggression. So this could bring about some passionate, romantic, yet very emotional culmination in romance, like a very extremely hot date that's like a little bit too hot. A little too passionate, okay? And be careful not to argue with the person, because that could also happen. But that argument can actually lead to hot sex. So depends how you want to channel this energy. But it could also be you feel very passionate about a creative project you're working on. But just be careful not to piss anyone off, because everyone's going to be a little bit on edge during that time. But it could be good for you because it's in your 5th house. So it could just be a passionate romantic encounter. Relationships are actually kind of a focus for you right now. So we shall see. Then on October 17th as well, you have Venus entering your 1st house. Venus will go into Sagittarius. So that's really nice energy for you because you're going to be feeling so beautiful and sexy and magnetic. And so this is a great time to go out and attract people. So it's actually the same day as the full moon. So you're going to be looking really hot that day and for the whole period that Venus is in your 1st house. So you can attract anything or anyone you want at this time very easily. So that'll be fun. And then Scorpio season begins on the 22nd, which is also your 12th house of the subconscious. So at the same time, you will want to go out and have fun, but also you want to rest as well and get in touch with your inner world and meditate and have the alone time that you need. So it's about finding that balance. But overall, it could be a very powerful month for you. And you'll be feeling hot after the 17th. So I'm excited for you. Enjoy. Good luck. Capricorn, the solar eclipse in Libra is happening in your 10th house of career. So this is very big energy for you. This could be a huge career culmination, and it could be feeding off of something that began a year ago, last October, during the last Libra solar eclipse. Maybe you had an idea or a revelation, but now you're taking the next step towards this career aspiration. And this could be a new role in your career, a promotion, or a new career altogether. But you are leaving behind the doubt and the insecurity, and you're doing things for you now. You're not doing things for outside approval in regards to your career. You're doing what feels right for you, okay? And you no longer will care or should care about what anyone else has to say about it, okay? Because this is your time to shine, and this is your time to make the changes that are most aligned with your destiny, and some of these changes can be completely out of your control that you just need to surrender to. So big changes in your career coming, more aligned with your soul's intended path. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini, which is your 6th house. So you are reflecting on your work, because the 6th house is health and work. And you're reflecting on if you're working too hard or not hard enough, what changes you need to make. Also in regards to your health, what's working for your optimal health and what isn't. And you'll be reflecting on your daily routines. On October 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn, your 1st house, your sign. So this is one big final transformation of the self for you. Everything that you've experienced since 2008 comes to a head. This is your big result. Your ultimate power can be revealed. And you could have one final big event that comes up to really show you how much you've transformed and how much power you've gained. Because once Pluto goes out of your sign on November 19th, it won't ever go back there again. So this is your final transformation. So this is a really big month for you, Capricorn. Mercury will enter Scorpio on the 13th, which is your 11th house. So this could also be a very social month for you, a great time to chat with friends and enjoy their company as well. You may need some company after everything you're going through. You could use some support from friends. There's a very intense full moon in Aries on the 17th, which is your 4th house. Okay, so be very careful during this time, because 4th house is home and family. It's the deepest part of yourself. So there could be some tension at home. Definitely tension. So try to stay calm, try not to fight, try to be compassionate, try to be understanding during this time. But something's going to come to a head. And it could be a very healing time as well, but you could feel some very intense emotions and have some intense conversations with family members that could get a little heated. So be careful. On that same day, Venus will enter Sagittarius, which is your 12th house of the subconscious. So this will be actually nicer energy, because it could be very healing this time for you with Venus there. You could have nice, pleasant dreams at this time, prophetic dreams, and your imagination could be on fire. This is a great time to express yourself through art and poetry and painting and things like that. So embrace that. And then on October 22nd, Scorpio season begins, which is also your 11th house. So you'll definitely be wanting to be social, because the 11th house is friendships and group associations. So definitely a social time, deepening your friendships, surrounding yourself by people that make you feel good and that are supportive of you. So very transformative and intense month for you, Capricorn, and I wish you the best of luck. Aquarius, the new Moon Solar Eclipse is happening in your 9th house. So this is a new beginning, and it could be a new start to a phase in your education, and you could be expanding upon your educational pursuits, studying something new, deepen your understanding of the world. You could have a new philosophical perspective on life, and your beliefs are expanding, although you're definitely leaving behind the outdated beliefs, okay? Leaving behind anything that stands in the way of you expanding your worldview, okay? And this can also be a new travel opportunity, a new educational opportunity. You're figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. It's all about you and your beliefs and what belief serves you, and you don't care what anyone else's beliefs are, okay? You're doing what feels true for you, and you're studying the things that feel right for you. So keep trusting yourself and keep expanding, keep growing, and keep learning, because this is your time to do so. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in your 5th house, which is the house of love and creativity, okay? So you're reflecting a little bit on the creative projects that you've started. You're also reflecting on your love life, okay? And you could be getting a second shot at a missed connection with somebody, okay? Or just get another shot at love. Jupiter was squaring off with Saturn, so you may have felt frustrated in that area of your life, or felt like there was a roadblock of some sort, but you might get another shot with a person. So that's something to look forward to. Then on the 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 10th house of career. So you could have new ideas regarding your career. You could be communicating with others about your career ideas. Other people can be helping you. You're having conversations about that, and ideas are coming in regards to how you want to do things in your career. Then on the 17th, there's a full moon in Aries, which is your 3rd house of learning and communicating. So this could be you finishing a writing or learning project. This could be the results of new skills that you've taken on. But I would be careful about getting into fights with others during this full moon, because your communication can come off the wrong way because it's squaring with Mars. You can argue with your neighbors or your siblings or anyone in your immediate environment. So just try to be calm and compassionate during this time, because it'll be a very intense full moon, but your mind will be very activated at this time, and you're going to want to communicate, but just make sure that you communicate in a gentle manner, even though you may feel like you want to explode during this time and other people could be exploding. So take extra precautions. On October 17th as well, Venus will enter Sagittarius, which is your 11th house of friendships. So this will be an incredibly pleasant time with your friends, and you could start some new creative collaborations with your friends and have more fun with friends, and even maybe fall in love with one of your friends. You never know. But yeah, so that'll be nice, a nice social time for you. And then on the 22nd, Scorpio season begins. Scorpio rules your 10th house again of career. So definitely more focus on career aspirations, focus on success, focusing on hard work, and you could receive some new and exciting opportunities in your career. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention was that on October 11th, Pluto's going direct in your 12th house. I totally missed that. So also a big spiritual evolution is coming for you this month. Your spiritual beliefs will really be solidified, and the results of all the healing work that you've done since 2008 will also come to the surface and be revealed to you. And you're going to see how much you've transformed on a spiritual level, how much you've evolved, and you could be receiving some new spiritual epiphanies based on everything that you've gone through since 2008, and you're really figuring out what works for you, what spiritual practices works for you, and how spiritually evolved that you've become, and how much you've transformed. So a very deep time, you're going to realize a lot, and you could even have some psychic abilities come up, or some psychic gifts or spiritual gifts emerge at this time, and you'll realize how powerful you really are on a spiritual level this month. So massive change, some deep, intense stuff for you, Aquarius. So I hope it all goes well, and I wish you the best of luck. Pisces, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra is happening in your 8th house of psychological healing and transformation. So you could have some very intense healing opportunities. You will be letting go of some deep buried trauma that's been stuck within for a long time, and you're making major strides in your healing. And this is a really great time for you to be starting therapy or exploring shamanic healing or plant medicine. This is very transformative energy. This is a new phase of your spiritual and healing journey, okay? But you're looking within, and you're leaving behind all this trauma that's weighing you down. This is a period of you becoming a lot lighter, okay? But you just need to be able to face your feelings and let go of what isn't serving you anymore. You can also have some very deep, intimate experiences with others, and this could be a time of your shared resources going through a big change as well. Your partner could start making a lot more money at this time, or something with your partner's money or other people's money could be, something is shifting, something is changing in your financial situation. You could be receiving a loan or money from other people at this time as well. On October 9th, Jupiter will go retrograde in Gemini, which is your 4th house. So this is a very internal time. The 4th house is the deepest part of your chart. It represents your home, your family. So you'll be reflecting on a lot of healing that you've done, reflecting on your family, reflecting on the decisions that you've made about potential relocation, where you really want to live, what works for you, what doesn't. It's very deep deep energy. So this is a great time to meditate and to just further heal and really reflect on how far you've come in regards to your relationships with your families as well. Then on October 11th, Pluto will go direct in Capricorn, which is your 11th house. So that's the house of friendships. So revelations about your friendships and how you've transformed through your friendships throughout the years will be revealed. Also, secrets about friends could come up at this time. Secrets could be revealed, and you could have some very intense experiences within your social circle, but these intense experiences will be ultimately transformative, and you'll see how much you've transformed because of the other people in your life. On October 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio, which is your 9th house of higher education and travel and expansion. So this will be an expansive period for you. You'll be wanting to learn new things, to be reading books about philosophy and spirituality, and you could even be thinking about traveling somewhere and initiate a new travel experience. Then on the 17th, there is a full moon in Aries, which will be very intense, and it's happening in your 2nd house of money, of wealth. So this could be a culmination in regards to your finances, but there could also be disputes about money, okay? And your financial situation could be a bit frustrating at this time, okay? So there's a lesson within all of this. So pay attention to the lesson in it all and try not to be too reactive or to let whatever comes to a head at this time be too frustrating, okay? So something's coming to the surface about your financial situation that might piss you off or piss other people off, so try not to be so reactive at this time and just focus on the lesson and on the growth during this period. On that same day, Venus will enter Sagittarius, which is your 10th house of career. So that will be good energy for you, because at the same time that you're having these revelations about money, you could actually find new ways to make money through your career efforts, and they could be through being more creative in your career and attracting money through your creativity, Venus in your career house, okay? And you could have more pleasant experiences at work during this time too, or focusing on your career. So focus on the creative solutions during this time. Then on the 22nd, Scorpio season begins, which again is your 9th house. So the sun will be in your 9th house. So more emphasis on learning and travel, which is great because you could be taking that trip after all, and you could be learning a lot about yourself, about the world, expanding upon your beliefs and expanding upon your perspective on life. All right, so intense, transformative month for you, Pisces, and I wish you the best of luck. And that concludes the horoscopes for October 2024. Massive month, a very intense month. Things will come bubbling up to the surface. Secrets will be revealed. Your transformation will be revealed. Deep conversations will be had. Fated events will come into our lives. We'll be more aligned with our destinies. We're going to grow a lot. We're going to learn a lot. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. Be kind with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Go within. Meditate. Take care of yourself. Please put self-care at the forefront this month because you're going to need it. But it's a very powerful and transformative, deep and intense month. So I hope these horoscopes helped you. I hope they help you navigate the intense energies ahead. And please feel free to leave any feedback down below. I appreciate hearing from you guys, and I will see you in the next video.